2 rounds left to go for IWTR World Formula Series Season 4. We are now arrived for the penultimate round of the championship, round 15 of the season. We're here for the United States Grand Prix here at the Cleveland's Burke Lakefront Airport. We're not going to Indianapolis Motor Speedway as being previously announced because, well, there is some technical difficulties on the track. Originally only featured in Kart Series, one of the IndyCar racing series in the United States, it's first originally hosting races in 1982, and this will be the first time ever that IWTR will race on the airport racetrack. So it is going to be a very interesting mix of, there is a ton of straight lines and lots of 90-degree corners. Well, here it is, the layout of the Burke Lakefront Airport, located in the Cleveland, Ohio, USA. It is a 3.389 kilometer circuit, or 2.1606 miles, 10 corners, 3 to the left and 7 to the right. Kart actually come here from 1982 through 2007. They were initially gonna race on 2008 as well, but plans fell through and never came to fruition. And obviously this track never raced in IWTR before because this is the first time. But the famous winners on this track including Mario Andretti, Michael Andretti, Alex Zanardi, Juan Pablo Montoya, then we got Roberto Moreno, Dario Fanchitti, and also Sebastian Bourdais as well. All of them have won on this track, but we'll see what happens if the Formula 1 car arrives on this track. We arrive here in Cleveland's Burke Lakefront Airport here in Cleveland, Ohio. Hello everyone, I'm your host and your commentator pals here, back in the booth once again after some problems that Indianapolis Motor Speedway have presented that leaves us with this track on the calendar. And it certainly is by far the weirdest track that we ever gonna see in the IWTR calendar. So how long is this track gonna stay? Maybe only once and done, or maybe if the racing product is actually good enough to be staying for longer. So we'll just have, only time will tell, if I'll be honest. But yeah, this track certainly the popular track for the champ car, or the kart series that as it was being known at the time. And certainly this track, it really brings a lot of 50 vibes that you see, cars racing around the airport and literally on the airport runway. So it's we saw that with the Grand Prix of St. Petersburg in IndyCar, and now here in Cleveland we're gonna do this for Formula 1 for the first time ever. These Formula 1 cars will actually race on the airport track, and I think this is probably the first time that everyone here in IWTR has ever come here in Cleveland. So we'll see what happens on this race. But without further ado, let's have a look at the championship update for both the drivers and the constructors. Driver wise, it certainly is getting closer and tighter than ever before, because as you see right here, only Nick Koch, Tim Anderson and Jafari Blackwood are now tied. Actually not really tied, but there are the only 3 drivers left that are competing for the championship. So Nick Koch, a pretty terrible form at the Canadian Grand Prix, 134 points. Meanwhile, Tim Anderson only salvaged a single point at last race, so he closed up the gap to 30 points behind Nick Koch. And not doing the same favor as Jafari Blackwood, because he didn't score any points at all. He finished in measly 15th place. So these 3 still has a chance to win the championship, but the gap's getting closer, and the amount of points that you can score is getting smaller as well, because now we only have 2 rounds left, which that means you can potentially score up to 50 points. So yeah, they're all within that striking distance. But the previous competitors that's still in the championship hunt, that being Noah Tomella, Florencio Wilson and Mihaly Silva, actually Seth and Kaya, they're all knocked out of the championship hunt. And now with the midfield not actually coming up, as you see right there, Michael Silva, Adiabakis, all came up after they scored a good result back at the Canadian Grand Prix. So they both got decent points, and now they move up towards the standings as well. Same with Matt Falcon and Dylan Hope as well. They are at the back of the standings, and now they're pretty much up there in the mid pack. So, I mean, the results. I mean, the championship for them is already over, but they still have, to fight for good positions to stay in the next season. So we just have to wait and see what will happen for them. Meanwhile, constructors, these now getting tighter, as we see right here. Only Haas, Sauber, McLaren, Williams, Jaguar, Toyota, Porsche and Ferrari are the only teams left that are still competing for the Constructors' Championship. But Mercedes, Renault, Toro Rosso, Force India and Red Bull Racing, they're all knocked out. But I mean, for Red Bull, I mean, it could have been this worse for Red Bull, just at the tail end of the constructor standings. So, and I mean, Mercedes, even though they score, they didn't score any points last race, and yeah, they're stuck there in 8th place. But Renault, with their win for Dylan Hope in the last race, still couldn't help them. Even though they're up to 10th place in the constructor standings, they're still knocked out. So I mean, with Haas still leading the standings by 36 points and 163 points in front of McLaren. So there's still big chance that you could see some of these teams just go up from out of nowhere and make a statement in the championship hunt. But there you see that some teams still has a very, very close points between each other. Some of them having the same amount of points as well, which is quite crazy. So it certainly is all wide open for the constructor standings. Not so much for the drivers though. It certainly is looking that maybe Nick Koch should actually pull off the upset and becoming the first ever woman to win the IWTR championship. So it just, I mean, if she does get a good position here and wrap it all out, I will wrap it all out at the Brazilian Grand Prix. So it will be a tight one for those 3 drivers and those 8 teams that will be competing. Actually, yeah, 8 teams that will be competing in the championship hunt. So that's about it for the championship update, and let's have a look for the starting grid and the formation lap of the US Grand Prix. And you can already tell the pit lane is actually at the right side of the grid, so it's certainly looking pretty weird, I would say. So let's have a look at the starting grid for today's race. Henry Jack Brown, he will start pole position today. Alongside him will be Matthew Falcon. Second time that he's starting in the front row in this season. Akati Vivona and Sepp Plebs both lines up in row 2. Vivona, a good position once again. Same goes with Sepp Plebs. He didn't have this much of a fast car like this ever before in this season, so this is definitely a good news for him. Ryan Adam and Zlatko Drobozarjevic lines up in row 3. Ryan Adam keeping that great performance for his rookie season as the replacement of Sotiris Kontagoris there, and Drobozarjevic as well. Good qualifying session for him. Jafar Blackwood, one of the title contenders, alongside the other title contenders for the Drivers' Championship, Tim Anderson there in 8th place. Adia Baggis and Luca Farina both lines up in the row 5, and that's lasting the top 10 in this race. Noah Tomella and Cesar Cohen Jr. both lines up row 6, and obviously Cohen Jr. still looking to try to improve on her performance, but we'll see what happens if that is going to be coming true or not for her. Sedan Kaya and Flange Wilson both lines up in row 7, and Kaya still starting in the mid pack, still trying to improve on his perform right there, and same goes with Flange Wilson as well. Dylan Hope, the last race winner, and Alex Luan lines up in 16th place alongside Dylan Hogan 15th. Mihaly Savak and Livin Pasalic lines up in row 9 today. Zorik Petrojan and Mr. Peanut Butter both lines up in row 10. Row 11 we have Raymond Tanner and Prema Pilch lines up in row 11 today. Simon Witt and Nick Koch, the championship leader, shocked us all. Seems like the Haas doesn't like the track that has this much of the straight on this track, and yeah, and herself and her teammate Paul Shoshana, they start at the back of the field. So yeah, Mitch Johnson and previously mentioned Paul Shoshana both lines up in the last row of the grid, and this certainly is gonna shake things up quite a lot for the championship implications here. It will be 36 laps. This is probably the most amount of laps that we ever had for IWTR World Field Series. And we go racing straight away here at Cleveland. Henry Chaparral, good start for him. Falcon just about to tuck in into second place. Here comes now Bivona charging in into the inside. There is the Ryan Adam making some moves there on Sepp Plebs on the senior team. And they're going a long way here as we go now into the first couple of corners now. Now this is probably the weirdest track that I've ever seen in my entire life. Mainly because that it's the airport race and an airport track. And oh goodness me, a lot of sliding, and there are going to be a lot of bumps on this track. So the drivers have to manage their tires pretty hardly as well. Everybody looks fine. Everybody come around nice and cleanly. Oh, and that's a wing off from, I think that's Tuamela. I think he might got a contact with someone. That's turn 1. Oh, that's one car spun. That's one car around. I think that's Tim Anderson. He dropped back massively. No wonder why. But he's dropped down to 11th there. Blackwood stays there in 5th, makes 2 positions. Looking good there for the Jamaican driver. But, yep, that cost them a lot there for Tuamela. Already crashed out. Already? As we're gonna crash the car, as always. Oof. Okay. Well, well, that's that, I guess. And I think, yep, Tuamela's coming to the pit lane. We're into lap 2 now. Brown gets a pretty big lead there, 2.4 seconds. Bivona in 2nd. Falcon in 3rd. Pretty impressive form so far that he had. And also Plebs staying in position that I didn't think that he would do. There's a yellow flag, but they're probably gonna ignore about that. Look at that, they're getting real tight and close here, even though we don't have DRS on yet. So DRS will be after that corner, the second last corner, and then after the chicane there will be another DRS zones. So there will be 2 DRS zones on this track. Brown slightly going off wide, 1.6 seconds behind in front of Akadidi Bivona. Falcon then 3rd, Sepp Plebs in 4th, Blackwood in 5th. He's doing really well so far, unlike Tim Anderson, who spun out earlier on in the first. I mean, he probably half spin that car, but yeah, not looking good for his title chances. So he's gonna have to make up grounds if he wants to make up the lost grounds that he lost. And oh man, look at that! The bumps are really hurting the car a little bit there. And all these drivers seems to go very, very twitchy on that corner. And there goes, DRS is now enabled. And that's going to give us some of the actions here. Here comes Ryan Adam trying to go on the inside and around the outside of Geoffroy Blackwood. Blackwood sliding off just a tiny bit. And Blackwood lost a position there to Ryan Adam, and maybe even for Luca Farina as well as we go down the inside. As he goes down the inside and takes 6th place away from Blackwood, from 2 places up, now down to none for Jafari Blackwood, but I think he's probably going to try to do that once again. Oh, big slide for Cohen Jr. and Backers. They might have a little bit of a tangle there. Out of turn 2 and 3. Still might be a little bit sliding there. Tanner just right behind that Renault of Mr. Peanut Butter. All sliding wide. Now here comes another DRS zone. And there it goes now. Look at that. Brown all leads up away in first place. Bivona now has to defend from the Jaguar and the Red Bull of Seplevs and Matthew Falcon there. So those still getting close. Blackwood uses the DRS, try to defend from the Porsche of the Robo Sarjevic, and he got wide! Oh no! And he got wide, and he might lost on the position there to Cohen Jr. as she's about to go on the inside this corner. Blackwood doesn't give up and goes around the outside and defends it hard. And he still goes for 8th place. Stays there. But he is in a huge danger here. Because look at all those cars behind him there. There you see, behind Blackwood there you see Cohen Jr. Backers, Anderson, one of the title contenders, Pedro Jean there, Wilson in there. So I mean, if if Blackwood and Tim Anderson couldn't score any points at this round, the championship will go to Nick Koch then. And there he goes. Cohen Jr. down the inside. Over 3 wide. They make contact for Backers and Blackwood. Both of them now side by side now coming off from turn 1 into turn 2. Now into turn 3 and 4. Or Blackwood slides. That might give position to Backers, and he does. Goes up to 9th there for that Williams Indonesian driver. And that's going to be even worse situation there for Blackwood. He seems to have lost paces somehow. I think the grass that he touched probably is losing him a lot more grip than he would like to. So he might have to be a bit careful here. But here comes now Pedro Jean. He makes up 8 positions already after starting 19th. We'll try to go again on Blackwood this time. Oh, big twitchy slide, big tank slapper there for Flodger Wilson. At the front, Brown still seems like he loses a bit of a time there. It's down to 2.1 seconds. Falcon is actually catching up to that Force India driver now. Well, only just lap 7 of the race, and it just gone fast. It gone really fast here. So yeah, Brown still hanging on in there in first place, 2.3 seconds. And you see behind Bivona there in 3rd place. He's catching up quite a lot. A little bit heartbreaking there coming into this last chicane before we're heading to another DRS zone. And looks like Falcon doesn't have DRS, and that is going to leave him vulnerable for Bivona to try to attack onto the inside. He does so. Falcon has gone wide and give the position to Bivona. He's up to 2nd place. I continue Bivona. Great move there into turn 1. And now there might be a fight here between Drobo Zarjevic and Farina. Farina around the outside keeps the car intact and stays in 6th place. But look at that, Falcon doesn't give up his position. He tried to go once again. He go round the outside. Bivona hangs on in there and just still about to stay in 2nd place. And here comes now Sepp Plebs into the fray as well, because he almost sliding off. Oh, there's a car debris off, and we got that's a huge wreck for Serenkaya into the wall. And that is, oh goodness me, what already happened here? So it was, it's Passari hitting the wall, and then that hits, I think that's Nick Koch. It is. Oh, it's not. It's Shoshinat. My goodness me. But the crash literally happened in front of her. But look at that. Oh, so it looks like Passari lost control of his car, absolutely smashing into the wall, and then Shoshana had nowhere to go, and he lost his front wing. But then you see Pasalic try to come back, and oh, big crash. Nothing Sedenkaya could do there. That was probably Liver Pasalic fault for 100%. And that Renault of, I think it was Mr. P. I think it was Dylan Hope, is it? Yeah, it is! Dylan Hope, nowhere to go. Oh my goodness me, that was a huge one. Yep, Dylan Hope, nowhere to go for him. And that's going to be a retirement there for Sedenkaya. Liver Pasalic's coming well. Stays intact. And doesn't lose any parts. Well, he loses a couple, but he's managed to continue on. But look at the front wing, that is hugely damaged there. And that might cause a little bit of trouble here, as you see right here. Bivona now has to lap Liver Pasalic there, and he's going to close up. And Pleb's already up to third. And look at that, Pasalic, being a generous man, he just weaves away from the other cars on track and let them fight once again. But look at that, Bivona, oh, big slide coming off of that corner. Oh my goodness me, there's going to be a huge battle developing here. Here comes Ryan Adam into fourth place. Is he? No. Falcon has still had it, but no, he lost control. He got wide, and that means Ryan Adam takes fourth, and he goes past. That's Plebs trying to go on the inside of Bivona, but he still defends it hard and still stays in second place. Now the battle is actually raving on so much there for second place. Oh, we might see another battle going on here. That's the Ferrari of Luca Farina touching wheels with the Jaguar of Falcon now. And that might give a chance for Drobo Zarjevic to try to catch up on. No, he still stays right there. Don't know if after the pit stop the action is still gonna stay the same, but they're all just fighting for it. They're all just clamming for it. There you see the Cohen Jr. sliding off for Drobo Zarjevic. They almost made contact into the next couple of right-handers. Cohen Jr. now goes up to 7th place. That's a big move. Oh, big tank slap there for Drobo Zarjevic. Just reeling through there. And there it goes now. Drobo Zarjevic tries again with the DRS on the inside of the chicane. Cohen Jr. still trying to hang on, sliding a bit wide. They're all both side by side now, coming down to the main straight. Cohen Jr. has the DRS, and she will stay there in 7th place. But then you see Drobo Zarjevic looks to have a go on the inside. He might try as though, but it is not enough for him to try to go for a move fully. And he has to stay behind her for this lap as of now. Goodness me, what a battle that is ramping up. Henry Jack Brown, he just pulls away. He's dominating the race now. 14.5 seconds in front of Bivona. You see, might be some battles developing here. Shoshana into the pit lane. Oh, he's putting on an ultra soft tire, so that is weird. I don't know what his strategy is gonna go in for. They might go for another soft tires, you may never know, but look at these drivers, they're still battling each other. Bivona stays right there. I mean, Plebs has the DRS, but would it be enough though to catch up to Bivona? Now you see Adam and Falcon side by side. And Ryan Adam goes into the grass, loses another position to Farina. And he drops down to 6th place. Here comes now Farina, go on the inside into turn 3. Oh man, that is mad. Falcon still stays there in 4th place. No problem so far to indicate for Brown. But there it goes now. They have a look on board with Plebs. You can see the left tire is absolutely scratching with the grass all over the tires now. The rubber doesn't really, I mean, it will clean itself out once you're driving, on the straight and without touching any more grass. Oh, big slide for Sepp Plebs. I think he's still trying to go for. He's still trying to stay in touch with Bivona there in 2nd place. Oh my goodness me. almost had him with crash there. Look at this group right now, as we see right here. Mr. Peanut Butter 12th place. Oh, that's Dylan over, leaving the others to go through him because he's being lapped down now. Now you see Anderson drop back to 14th. Jafari Blackwood, meanwhile, he's all the way back in 20th, and he's using the ultra soft tires. Don't know why, but yeah, don't know why he's using that. Should he use the other tires, or maybe not? Oh, big slide again for Mitch Johnson there. Now I think both of the Haas now battling each other now. There we goes now. Johnson trying to go on the inside of Mihaly Savak. They're still alongside each other. Going side by side now, coming down into the straight. 1012 for Savak. Meanwhile, it's 1000 for Mitch Johnson there. Savak gone wide. Contact with the Haas. And my goodness me. They're still definitely going at it at this point. Shoshana in 21st. Koch there in 22nd. And is now Koch 21st. Shoshana 24th there because he had to leave the way for the other guys to come and, you know, and go away because he's being lapped down. Meanwhile, at the front, I think the battle is still going on there. Bivona now goes to the pit lane with 15 laps on that tyre life. Meanwhile, Brown stays there, 14 seconds in front. And now Plebs, he might have a chance to try. I feel like he's probably going to try to overcut him at best. So we'll have to wait and see. Before then, Saga plays slowing down quite a bit there. Brown's 12.7 seconds. There he goes now. Plebs third. Looks as though it's pretty fine there. Below that second place. Into the pit lane he goes. So that's two cars out there. Both Pasalic and Setting Kaya, sorry. And Falcon takes second place away from Sepp Plebs now, who is pitting this lap. The rest is also pitting this lap as well. Now they're slowing down quite a lot, I would say. Here comes the rest of the pack that now coming in for the pit stop. Blackwood is there, but on ultra soft tyre. I mean, would he try to go for a move? 18th place, but he's pitting this lap as well. Look at the pit stop is actually pretty weird, as you can see right there. Take one of the lines coming off of there. It's just, you know, coming off from the pathway as a pit stop. And it kind of blends in quite nicely into the track. And now, here it goes now. The top guy is now into the pit lane. Farina goes in the pit lane. Oh, everybody's going ultra soft. Brown as well. Falcon stays right there in P1. I don't think he's going to use that much of a time. But 18 seconds in front of Falcon. For Falcon, ahead of Henry Jack Brown. Would it be enough? It's now down to about 17.8. We'll just have to wait and see. Here it comes now, blasting through the pit stops. And there goes into the pit lane entrance. He goes. Breaks it hard. Sliding. Oh, his pit stop is just right there. So it's going to be a pretty easy stop for him. But the pit exit is right there. Very far ahead. And here comes now Brown. Out of the final corner. Into the finish line he goes. In front of Matthew Falcon there. and he's probably going to be overtaken by Bivona as well. There goes now Falcon off this corner into the pathway, so he will stay in front of Sepp Plebs there in 4th place. And look at that, Plebs making a move on that Haas driver. Oh, slight off wide, Rainer Damm 5th. Oh, 3 wide into turn 1. This never happened before, but here goes Pilch, makes it done, and goes for 2 in 1 corner. That is a fantastic move there from Prem and Pilch. We'll have a look at a replay of that once again. I mean, it's wide enough to fit 4 wide there, but look at that, 3 wide into turn 1. Prem and Pilch time it perfectly, gets the move done, close up the door on Diabagas, and what a move there for Prem and Pilch. And look at that, the Haas is just leaving away for the other lead lap cars to overtake them. But now it seems like, look at that, top 3 gap is actually increasing between each other now. Meanwhile, Sepp Plebs still hanging on in 4th place just fine, and then you see Rainer Damm in 5th place. But it's going to be pretty dismal for Jafari Blackwood or any of the title contenders at this point. And there he goes now. Tanner goes up to 12th. There you see Covington in 13th. Then Mr. Peanut Butter in 14th. They're all getting DRS from Tanner. Here goes now Tanner trying to defend into turn 1. Oh my goodness me, that was so close to goal there for Mr. Peanut Butter to hit the back tyre of Raymond Tanner. And he goes up to 13th place. Thankfully no touches at all. That was a clean move there from the American driver. The only American on the grid as well on this season. So Mr. Peanut Butter doing the home crowd favorite, doing the home crowd proud of what he's trying to do on this series. Savak there in 15th place, and oh, Mike got a move there, Johnson, but he wasn't brave enough. I don't think he's brave enough. I think he's playing pretty cautious there, coming off of turn 8. And now he's getting under attack by Simon Witt there, around the outside into the chicane. Right, really nicely done. It's now going to be another 3 wide move into turn 1. Is it? No. All cars all close up the gap. They're all pinching into the wall there. There's a touch for Witt and Johnson there. They're both side by side. Here comes now Tim Anderson right behind them as well. Johnson trying to go on the inside. Witt just goes there very hardly into turn 3. Just breaks hard there, and he still keeps that 16th position alive. Look at that, Tin Harrison. Oh, it just slides. He just slides off a lot there. I don't think Tin Harrison would do enough, nor would Jafar Blackwood as well, because they're all right there in 19th and 20th respectively. And meanwhile, Nick Koch is 24th. So not a great day for the championship contenders. And this is gonna leave Nick Koch with a chance to win the championship on this track. And goodness me. And I mean, it could be possible, but with the amount of laps that we have, you know, it's still far from, you know, it's still far from over, to be honest. We still have 16 laps to go. And now going to be turned down to 15 laps to go now. Before now defends it hard on the Haas of, I think it was Nick Koch, is it? Yep. Nick Koch tried to unlap herself, but she's 1 lap down, so she has to stay behind the lead lap cars. Brown's not pitting yet. I feel like he has a better, you know, better tire strategy. He probably has maybe better tire strategy than anyone did. But look at that, the battle still rages on. Drobel Zarjevic close up the gap on Petrojane, who goes up 12 positions up from his starting spot in 19th. There you see Wilson there in 6th place. Still looking just fine and not that much of a hassle for her. Plebs in 5th place. Getting the DRS on Rainer Damm. as he would try to close the gap even more. There goes Bivona into the pit lane. What his pit stop time going to be? 5.1. Not too bad. It's only his second stop of the day. Here comes Plebs trying to go on the inside of Ryan Dam, and he goes through into third place, into the podium position. Ryan Dam has to go off wide into the gravel trap. No, that's no gravel trap in this track. the grass, yeah. So, yeah, and yeah, Ryan Dam goes down to fourth place. There's still a couple of drivers now going to the pit lane, and there certainly is a lot of them. Not much has happening right now. Nick Koch in 24th. Couldn't do that much, to be honest, but she could wrap it all out. And there is a really high chance that, you know, Anderson and Blackwood. Not, oh! That's one of the... Some wings gone off. That's Mihaly Sevak. Who did he hit? So here we go. Just coming off of that. Oh! That is just... that was punctual for Shine. That's a little bit too aggressive there. I mean... I don't know, man. I mean, Sevak could have braked just in time to not hit Shoshinat, because that is it, you know, within. But I mean, Sevak just come out of the pits. He could have braked, but Shoshinat, he could have left more room there. So I don't think that's gonna be anyone's fault. It probably is the racing incident there. Jafar Blackwood going to the pit lane. Still a pretty dismal weekend, even though he started 7th today. And I mean, he's gonna hurt him a lot. He had a championship to fight for, but now he's slumped in 18th place. The rest of the grid now goes into the pit lane. Tin Anderson goes up 15th. And I think he's gonna overtake some of the peoples here. Oh, but he's just about to get into, just about to enter his pit box. So what is his pit stop gonna be? 4.38, but he's got hold up by everyone there. 17th, 18th, he dropped down to 18th place. Blackwood just right there, right behind him in 19th place. So both of the title contenders now close to each other, but they're literally not fighting for the points at all. They just really just want to get in front as much as they could, but I don't think that might not be enough for them. Nick Koch in first place, Brown in just about to hang on just enough there. Falcon in second place, Bivona in third, Wilson in fourth. Here goes Plebs in fifth, Brown Coach 6th place, 6 positions up. Now both of the Ferraris now fighting each other there. Farina on the inside of Pedro Jean, and Farina takes it to P8. Pedro Jean only 9th place right now, but he's gonna better work with his teammate to try to catch up to Ryan Dam or the rest of the front and not fighting each other. But here comes now Plebs is going to the pit lane this lap. We'll have about 11 laps to go in this race. Brown moves up to P1. Not doing just fine. Maybe see something happen. Oh, who was that? That's Tin Anderson. That's Tin Anderson. Oh no. And he already lost the wing. Oh, that's the last corner. And who? Oh no. And who was that? That's Nick Koch. Title contenders clashing with each other. Oh. Let's see. Oh my goodness, mate. And that's gonna ruin Tin Anderson's chances. I think the race is over for him, man. And the championship hunt is over for him. Oh goodness me. It's gone down even worse there for Tin Anderson and for Nick Koch. And now we see loads of drivers still hanging on. They're just hovering up towards these positions now. Drobozarjevic into 12th. Now goes up on the inside of Johnson, and now he goes up to 11th place. And he's only one position away from the final point scoring position there. That's sign of it in 10th place. Making up a lot of progress there for Vit. 13 positions up since he started in 23rd. Flandre Wilson as well there, 4th place. Bivona in 3rd. Falcon in 2nd place. Browns in 1st place. So basically top 3 hasn't changed at all, but the rest of them, oh boy, it absolutely changes a lot. Ryan Adam now being under attack by and they had a clash, and Ryan Adam's race is now being ruined once again. I think that's Poncho Shachana who just come out to the pit lane and clashing with the Toro Rosso driver, and oh man, and that's just wow, really, and I mean this is to happen again. Brakes, my goodness me. And that's going to be another repair for the Haas. Oh my goodness me, that certainly is probably one of their worst races, and probably so relatable to real life now, especially with the 2017 Haas. It's not, you know, and this is bad news for the constructor standings chances. And look at that, Owenton Anderson once again. What is happening this time around? Oh, clashing with his teammate Mitch Johnson, and he just slowed down on. I don't know if he slowed down on purpose or not. I mean, I get he's trying to leave the other cars away, but he's on the racing line, and why would he do that? He could have just waited on this after this corner, after the turn 4, and just waited for everybody else to come and pass him, but he doesn't. He just stays right there in the apex of the corner. Well, that was a pretty weird thing to happen, and now we got even more clashing at this point. Goes now, Brown leaps away. Brown's right there, and he's about to lap one of the Renault cars. I think there was a... oh no! No, that's Nick Koch, not again. And I think that's Jafari Blackwood. Are you kidding me? Now Nick Koch has damage on the rear wing, and she now has to go to the pit lane and then fix that problem once again. What is going on with Haas today? I have absolutely no clue what the hell is going on here. But yeah, Blackwood looks as though he might try to go back up in front with all the shenanigans that happened, but he's go down once again, and now down to 15th place. Oh goodness me, Mr. Peanut Butter is still hanging on just there in 12th place, and then Plebs has the DRS on him. And what a top 10 since, oh my goodness me, that was a huge accident there. And yep, that's the yellow flag. Oh boy, is that gonna be a safety car or not? Oh, and then the car goes off, and it's Petrojan goes off again. We might have a safety car at this point. I feel like we might have a safety car. Yep, yellow flags in sector 3. Oh my goodness me. And that's a huge crash. That was Isaac Cohen Jr. there. A huge shunt on the back of... oh, that was Nick Koch. Nowhere for her to go. And then Shawshana nowhere to go as well. Trying to push her car off. And it goes, oh, Farina, just a slight tap there, but did you see Petrojan plows into her? So, third incident of the day, and no caution just yet. No safety car whatsoever. Oh, did I hear another cracked? And look at that Blackwood, 15-second pit stop for just fixing the front wing. Oh, Backus as well. Another damage for him. It feels like, I don't know if the Haas driver is just going reckless. Oh no, oh goodness me. Are they just slowing down? I don't know if they're slowing down on purpose, just to crash the others and make a legit chaotic race out of it. But my goodness me, both the hazard drivers, they definitely needs to get some penalties at this point. And now Brown, he's all alone there in first place. He doesn't face the drama that is happening in front or behind him yet. I mean, I think he might soon will be. You never know. Look at that. Williams doing the good thing and he just leave the others to go away. Here comes Prem and Pilch there in fourth place. Now the top three now looks really weird now. I mean the top two still going pretty okay and stays the same. That means Brown and Falcon in first 1 and 2, and Flunger Wilson now goes up to third place with that all the shenanigans that happened. And Prem Pilch goes up to fourth as well. Looking for Farina, fifth place, Bivona sixth, Tanner goes up to seventh. We only have 5 laps left to go in this race. Petrojan coming in to repair his front wing damage. A Dam try to go on the inside of the Jaguar. Not that much, I would say. Not that much of a move. Oh, well, that's a very dangerous one there. I think there's 10 others in there. We're just trying to lead away. And there's Bivona. Oh, yeah. Can you try to? Oh, whoa, what? So, oh my goodness, that was a very dangerous move there for Tanner, but he go for it. I mean, he got a little bit of damage on that as well. But for Bivona, he just plows straight into the back of Tim Anderson there. I mean, to Anderson, who would try to leave the way and just go straight to, you know, he tried to leave the way for the other cars to go through, but my goodness me, that was a very dangerous one there from Bivona. Certainly the most I feel like this probably is the most chaotic race that we ever had. And here goes now Brown. He has to watch out because look at that. Nick Koch just right there, right behind him in P1. We'll see if she's gonna do anything suspicious or not. Anderson looks to have a go on one of the McLaren drivers. Dylan Hope there in 20th. He is, oh my god, I don't know how many guys are being lapped down at this point. Baggers now had to lead the way for the other lead lap cars. Yep, doing very good job there for letting other cars by. Adam trying to go on the Jaguar, even though they're not on the same lap. And now Flunger Wilson has now trying to escape Prem and Pilch, who is trying to catch up to her in 4th place. And I mean, Flunger Wilson has to navigate through these traffics because there are going to be loads of traffic ahead that will be coming up in front of him. Oh, he got a bad exit there for Brown. And Nick Koch is going to try. No, she won't, but she's staying close to her. She's staying close to Jack Brown. Him, I meant. So close, so slidey. Goodness me. We only have 3 laps to go in this race. Brown stays in first. Now Falcon in second. And now Wilson has to defend from this battle right here for the Ferrari of... Was that was Pedrojan, and I think that's Atia Backus there. But no, that's Sevak. Both of them battling each other. Sliding just a bit. Dam goes up, and Vit now has to go away from the lap cars right there. Brown certainly looking good, and Nick Koch looks to have a go. Not enough. And now he is closing on the other cars now. And here it goes. I see some clash. Oh, both of them gone wide, and into the grass they go. Just to leave a way for Brown to not try to, clash them. It goes now. Oh, both of them Mercedes coming through. Or the Williams gone wide into the grass again. And look at that. There's going to be maybe some battle developing. Here you see Plebs and Mr. Peanut Butter, both of them. They're still on the same lap, and they have a chance to fight each other there. Bivona in 12th, Adam falling back to 13th, and here it goes. Brown off the final chicane to grab the final lap of this race. Here we go, lap 36 out of 36. It's been a dominating run for him so far in this race, but man, it's been such a long time since he had a win only for himself. While you got that Falcon in second place, Whip Pilch in 4th, Flandre Wilson in 3rd. Still going on at it, but look at that. Henry Jack Brown weasels his car through the Cleveland's Burke Lakefront Airport, and I think this is probably going to be his first win of the season, and his first podium as well of the season. And look at that. I mean, the McLaren's still trying to make a move on him. And here we go, round of the final chicane, and Henry Jack Brown, after a miserable season, he finally wins the US Grand Prix here at Cleveland and takes his first race win of the season as well. Falcon there will finish in second place. Great time on his car, great time, and a second podium for him. Flandre Wilson finishes in 3rd place. Prem Pilch close to the podium, but wasn't enough, and he will finish 4th today. Luca Farina finished 5th today. Raymond Tanner goes up 6th place, but Simon Witt getting a good performance once again, finishes in 7th place. Then you see Drogo Zajevic finish in 8th place. 9th place would be Mr. Peanut Butter, the hometown, finishes in the points. Same with 7th place as well. Both Red Bulls score points in this race. That's great for them. Alex Lewan, just about to, well, getting real close to 7th place at the end, but wasn't quite enough to overtake them. Bivona was trying to overtake Henry Jack Brown there in 12th. He finishes in that position there. And Ryan Adam, 13th place. Petrojan 14th. Savat 15th. Johnson 16th. Adiabagas 18th. Jafari Blackwood. Dylan Hope 19th. Blackwood was finishing in 19th place there. Tormella 20th. Then Ten Anderson in 21st. None of the championship contenders nor the leader herself score points, which that means Nick Koch is your 2022-2023, or basically Season 4 World Formula Series champion. Probably the most chaotic way of finishing it as well. But yeah, Nick Koch, she finally done it, and she becomes the first woman to win the IWTR World Formula Series championship as well. So, and Shoshana will finish in P23, but I think both of these two drivers will be under investigation for those reckless driving that they both made on track. And Cesar Cohen Jr., Livin Pasalic, and Seth Nkaya will be the retirements of this race. So, yep, But yeah, Nick Koch, she is your IWTR World Full Series Season 4 champion. So, and I mean, big congratulations to her. But I mean, will we see the same after this? Because we're going to be under investigation here, because Nick Koch and Shoshana they done quite a reckless driving that we see in the race. But the fastest lap goes to Falcon there, 55. That was a 55.266 for him. So a big fast lap for him on this. Some background noise going on here, so apologies for that. But yeah, Falcon, fast lap for on this track. I think I saw some of the drivers doing 54.9s or 54.8s in the qualifying session. So yeah, Falcon finishes in second place. Brown, congratulations for him for winning the race, and for Nick Koch, congratulations to her for winning the championship outright. This is probably the first time that the championship has been wrapped up before the finale race of the season. So the first time Nick Koch has made history there. But she'll be under investigation, and with Shoshana as well. So, and yeah, let's just. And that's pretty much it for this race as a whole. And goodness me, that was a very chaotic race. We didn't think that there isn't any safety cars, even though we have 3 retirements in this race. I mean, Pasalic cars probably gave up after he go into the pits, and Serenkaya, pretty unfortunate to being collected in Pasalic's crash, and then Seisako Engineer in 24th. I mean, she couldn't do anything to avoid, so will only be 23 finishers in this race. So yeah, and that's about it for the US Grand Prix here at the Clevelandsburg Lakefront Airport in Cleveland, Ohio. And as the next round goes, we will be going to the final round of the IWTR World Full Series Season 4, as we're heading to the Brazilian Grand Prix at the famous Interlagos circuit. So, and certainly it's going to be, well, it's going to be a little bit of snooze fest where we're heading into that race, don't we? Because now with the championship is being wrapped up, the last race is probably just a big send-off for the final for this season in this time. But yeah, Brazil, definitely the race to watch. Even though the title hunt is already being wrapped up, there's still plenty of actions to go through, and we're just hoping that you will be coming along for the ride and enjoy the last race of Season 4. And yeah, and that's it for our broadcast. So, if you like this kind of content and wanted to see more of these, make sure to subscribe to the International World Tour Racing channel. You can give a like, a share, subscribe, and hit that notification button so you don't miss out on any new videos or new contents that will be coming out to you in the near future. And if you'd like to join this league, I'll put the Discord link into the description below. And that's it from me today. I've been Pausa, your host and your commentator, signing off for today. Goodbye, everyone.